to another edition of Powered Up and Plugged In. I'm
Sir.
Jack,
I'm Karen.
and we welcome you into our home this week as we touch on a number of items that affect our country and affect you. You guys mean so much to us, and we're so proud and privileged that you take time out of your busy day to join us as we get together and talk about things.
Yeah, quite a storm we had yesterday morning.
Boy, it was. Man, about 3 o'clock, it really came down, and it just continued to rain. And boy, we need it. Our lakes are really,
For some reason,
really
I couldn't
hurting.
go to sleep the other night, and about the time I did go to sleep, it started thundering, and I thought, oh, well, here it comes.
Yeah, and it came.
And I went to sleep.
it really came.
Something about rain that makes me go to sleep.
Oh,
I'm just
you
saying.
and me both. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Lord.
Very soothing. We start off our show today on a very sad note. Rock icon Tina Turner passed away yesterday in Switzerland, where she moved a number of years ago and actually became a Swiss citizen.
Yes, she did.
Boy, she was like a bundle of energy and talent all kind of
no one
rolled
can
into
compare.
one. And
She's an icon.
Oh yeah, she started
she
out
is.
with the Icon Tina Turner Band and gained success with songs like Proud Mary and Nutbush City Limits. And then her and I got a divorce. She went out on a solo career, and the rest, they say,
Is history.
absolute history.
And she had legs.
What a great career.
She did have a great
She
career.
had, and she was an actress also.
was.
She was in a few movies too, and she's going to be very, very missed in the music industry.
A lot more people entering into the presidential race.
I saw that, and that is getting more and more interesting. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and North Carolina Senator Tim Scott have thrown their hats into the ring for the Republican candidate for president of the United States. And this is going to be interesting because I like both of those guys, and I like Donald Trump. I'll be honest about it. But it's going to be very interesting to watch the primaries because all three of them have a lot of the same values, and they're very conservative, and they want to get America back on track. So I think this is going to be fun to watch.
I was listening to Tim Scott's announcement, I guess it was Monday. And I like the fact that he's writing his presidency run on faith and family.
Yes, faith and
And I
family
thought
is
that
his.
was very interesting. I'm not saying that the others aren't. I'm just saying he's very verbal about it. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting. All different personalities.
It certainly is.
So we'll
And
see
it's
how
gonna be-
this all works out, pans
It's
out.
going to be interesting to see them go against former President Donald Trump and
Well-
how it all plays out. And of course, we'll be able to see it just like you will in the coming months. I think the first debate is August.
It's supposed to be in August, yes. That's my understanding from what I've been reading. But,
That should be very interesting.
I don't know. Biden, that's
Well,
a
those
fly.
of you former
Sorry, there's a fly.
those of you former Budweiser drinkers, Budweiser still reeling from falling sales after their promotion with transgender Dylan Mulvaney. They're even buying back outdated stock from all these wholesalers that are getting hit.
Because nobody's buying their beer.
Nobody's buying their beer.
I mean, what were they thinking? I mean, their main customers are big old rednecks. I mean, come on.
Well,
I don't drink beer.
They're down
so-
to the down to earth people, and that was just kind of a slap in the face for them. And we've had some Bud drinkers tell us that very
Yeah,
thing.
they still buy Bud Light mostly.
Well, the one we're talking about
the
does.
other thing that's come up is now Target. They had their big Pride Month stuff in the front of the store, and now
They're moving it
Target
to the
has
very
gotten
back.
really scared. So now they've moved it to the back. So I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on there, but
Well, it has to do with the women's swimsuits that has room for male genitalia for those that haven't had the gender change.
yeah, it's called something tuck, something tuck.
I, don't even
I'm
get me
just like,
going there.
Yeah, whatever.
Back on the beer subject, the other beer brewers, they're seeing significant increases in their sales. And a lot of those brewers are kind of concerned because it takes 2 months to brew beer, and you got Memorial Day weekend coming up this weekend, and it's going to deplete a lot of the stock. So I was reading where Coors Light, the people that own them, they brewed a lot during the winter, so they're not going to be hurt by it.
I think a fly wants to get in our camera shot because it keeps attacking me.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you're just sweetness all over. And the arguments continue on the debt ceiling in Congress. This is getting really interesting. The Democrats want to increase it substantially while the Republicans want to cut it down, which
Well, they want
need
to pass. They want to pass the debt ceiling, but they also want to. They want to pass the debt ceiling, but they want to cut spending.
Yes.
They don't want just a clear across the board debt increase without cutting spending.
That's exactly
And so
right.
that's where the fine line is that Biden wants all the spending, and they want to cut back on the spending. So it's I don't know if they can come to agreement, and then
Well, I don't know.
everybody's going to blame everybody, and
Yeah.
the market's going to tank, and you know. It's just
Well, they
gonna be
only
one of
have
those
a few
things.
more days before America defaults on all of their loans and the country is out of money. So they got to do something. They got to
and I
come to
heard-
some kind of an agreement.
Yeah, I heard yesterday that if they do default, that the market is just it's going to put us in a recession.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That's what
is
we
what
heard,
I've
yeah.
heard, but I don't know if that's true. I just hear it on the news.
Well, you never know what to believe
Which
on
is
the
where we get
news
most
and
of
what
this.
not to believe these
That's
days.
correct. That's correct.
You know, Karen, diabetes has become more and more of a health problem facing Americans
Yes.
today. And this is Americans of all ages.
Yes, it is all ages.
We have a young lady who we're very fond of, and her children, and one of her children has a
Type 1.
juvenile
Type 1,
diabetes.
yes.
Yeah. So it strikes people of all ages, and I'll tell you what, this week we decided our For Your Health feature would touch on diabetes, and we thought we would ask some healthcare professionals to come in and address it. So why don't we do this? Why don't we just watch this edition of For Your Health, get some questions answered, and afterwards, if you have more questions, we'll show you how to get in touch with these folks, and they say call them. They'll answer any question that you possibly have. So together, let's sit back and watch
Let's go for it.
For Your Health.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of For Your Health. And with us today is Joe Ashmore. And I'm going to turn it over to her because I think the topic today is diabetes. So, Joe, take it away.
Hi, guys. My name is Joe Ashmore. Let me introduce you to my new crew today. We've got
Naomi Romero.
Nathan Loftus.
And I'm the marketer actually the business development specialist for TheraCare Home Health. And as far as diabetes, what we do, we have nurses that will go we got 16 locations. So basically we'll have nurses come to the home. We will monitor your blood sugar, monitor your meds, make sure we look at all your symptoms, and kind of also educate the family and the patient on how to manage their diabetes.
and what are some of the ways we can help them, teach them how to manage their diabetes?
So basically, we'll give them education on nutrition. That's number one. They have to be on a strict diet, strict caloric diet. You can't eat anything that's sugar, pretty much. And the only sugars that you can really have comes from the vegetables and the fruits. You have to have your same amount of protein. You cannot just eliminate the protein and just eat carbs. You have to eat both. At the same time, we also tell you when to take your medications, whether it's in the morning or your insulin, depending on what your sugars look like. We also teach you how to check your blood sugars so that way you know what the numbers are and what type of foods are affecting your numbers to rise.
And what is something you and me have been battling against the last couple of months? Everybody's
Mood
body-
swings.
Mood swings. Everybody's body's
So
different.
yeah,
Down
so
to
when you're
processing food.
exactly, so when your sugars are high, you're sleepy, you tired, you don't want to deal with nobody, you can't focus, you got brain fog, you don't want to deal with anything. When your sugars are low, you're called hangry, right? So
Do I need to get a Snickers?
you get hangry. You know that commercial where that lady's it looks like Bette Miller and she's eating a Snickers and then it's the guy, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, and then they'll do that. So we do that, and then so when you have low blood sugars, you feel very cold, clammy, dizzy. You want to faint. You literally feel like you're gonna die, and so you get angry and you get real anxious. So those are the moods that you kind of go into, and you really don't want to go there because trust me, I felt it, and it's not good.
And there's a lot of ways to manage diabetes and stuff, all throughout, from your skin care down to, communication with your doctor. Know your body, get to be one on one. Naomi is a prime example. I mean, when you start to feel something, your blood sugar is going to be up and down, in and out, off the charts. You get in control of what you eat. One thing that we've been talking about is a certain time limit. A lot of people after a certain age cannot eat fruits and stuff after a certain time, blood sugar, because it just turns pure sugar. So with that said,
And with that being said, everybody's body is different, so everybody will metabolize the food differently. So you can't really go based on one case scenario and everybody do the same thing. Everybody is different. So, like myself, I have to eat the fruits in that time to be able to sustain the glucose at night. So I'm not waking up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with the 20 blood sugar. Also, at the same time, you're supposed to do your exercises. You have to, sleep right. It has to be a strict regimen, strict routine. You cannot go party and then come back the next day and expect to feel fine.
what? Family get-togethers. With
That
that,
happens when you get old.
with that said, we would love you guys to call us. We all, believe here as a community for teaching each and every one of us how we can come together, help each and every one of each other out. I do hospice. Naomi does home health, and then we have Nathan, which we want to give you the mic and tell a little bit about yourself.
Well, actually, I'm a representative from McDonald's, and we're trying to bring supersize back. No, I'm completely kidding. My name is Nathan Loftus. I'm with a company called Go Giver Residential Assisted Living. We're based in Fort Worth, Texas, in the Bluebonnet Hills neighborhood on South University Drive near the TCU campus, and we specialize in taking care of our seniors. Our motto at Go Giver Residential Assisted Living is where we give your family a home away from home. If you know, when you send your people to nursing homes, the resident to staff ratio is typically 15, 10, sometimes 25 to 1. Our resident to staff ratio, for every 4 people we have one caregiver. So it's more homely, it's more intimate, it's more personal. And I tell my people all the time that one day you're gonna be old too if the Creator allows you and allows you with that privilege. And so we take great pride in taking care of our seniors because our seniors took care of us. So it's now our time to take care of them. And that's just a little bit about what I do.
Awesome. Naomi, anything else you'd like to say?
I do not go to McDonald's. No, I'm playing.
Of course, they took the supersize.
Well, no. What I like to say is these people that I'm here with today are very special to me, and we all work together. And it's actually a team display. We try to help everybody. It's not just personable. It's not competitive or anything like that. So if I have something or other resources that if you decide not to come with me, we will give you that because at the end of the day, we're here to help you and your
It's all
family.
about your choice. Yes, definitely. So thank you, Karen and Jack, for always having us on and always, letting us get with the community. Please reach out to us. We definitely, want a big, huge shout out for Karen and Jack who go above and beyond doing their real estate, teaching the community about,
What's needed?
what is definitely needed, taking the politics and everything else out of it and doing what's needed for y'all. So we thank you very much.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
There you go.
They are hilarious.
They really are a fun group, but they're very serious and very dedicated professionals. And once again, I'd like to tell you what they reiterated there at the end of their segment, and that was call those telephone numbers for free advice on diabetes. If you have questions, they said they would be happy to answer them. They'll take time with you and talk to you. I don't care if it's for a senior citizen, someone of middle aged, or if you have a child with childhood diabetes, call them. They'll answer those questions for
Yeah,
you.
Naomi is a diabetic.
I know.
And our little young mother that has a son, it's an educational thing. You need to go, especially when they're 9, 10 years old.
That is
They
correct.
need to educate and understand what's going on with their bodies. And even though they're young, you can still call Nurse Joe and Naomi and Nathan
Yeah,
and get
absolutely.
information. Or they can at least refer you somewhere where you can get.
Yeah, and that's the
Whatever
nice
you
thing
need.
about it. Again, they said they would answer any questions you have. Just call any of those numbers. Just run the program back a little bit. We posted those numbers for you. Please don't hesitate. Thanks to them for showing up for another segment for your health. And we're trying to do this to help all of you. Some of the future topics about cancer, heart disease, things
There'll
like
be different
that.
topics every
Yeah.
time. It's once a month.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
And we will attack that and get you all the information that you need. And we thank them once again. Hey, some good weekend events coming up this
Well, I have a couple.
Memorial Day. Man, who is not going to be cooking out
And
something on Memorial
when
Day?
I was looking these up, I was surprised that there wasn't more stuff going on out there.
That's because everybody's going to be in their backyard
Yeah, well, I mean, I
with a
was
cold
just
brew
surprised.
and a steak and you name it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of things I found I thought was of interest. The first one is the West Side Antique Marketplace 5-year anniversary. I believe it's out in South Lake.
Hey, that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
no. It's out on Camp Bowie Boulevard,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
May
Here in Fort Worth,
27th.
yeah.
And it starts at 10 a.m. So all you antiquers,
Yeah.
head on over there. They're going to have food, door prizes. Of course, people are selling stuff.
Yeah.
And they got over 60 vendors. So it
Wow.
should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that should be.
And the other one, this is one I was thinking from South Lake, is the Weston South Lake is having the South Lake pool party for
Kick
end
off
of
the
school.
summer.
For
Yeah.
end of school.
And to kick off
Yeah.
the summer, yeah.
Yes, and to kick off this, and it's for the entire family.
It is.
And it's on May 27th. And apparently they're going to have it every Saturday.
Oh, man, that'll be great.
Wowzer. I bet
Yeah.
all the kids
That
will
would
be
be
there
fun.
every Saturday. I would if I was young.
Whatever events that you guys do this weekend, and I know, I mean, there are tons of events that families, friends, they're going to be getting together, having a good time. Karen and I want to wish you a very safe Memorial Day holiday. Now, it's a lot of folks get off 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And some companies let them off on Friday, so that's a 4-day weekend.
And a lot of graduations going on. I know our
Lot-
grandson's
our
graduating.
graduation,
Congratulations,
Jackson
Jack.
Hardy is graduating tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
and
night, yeah.
we're looking forward to that. And congratulations to all of our graduates.
Graduates, yeah.
That's a great accomplishment. You got a great life ahead of you. And Karen and I pray and wish for you the very, very best. And a big thank you to your parents for getting you to this point, raising you right, and getting you ready to go out and meet the challenges.
No,
of the
whether
world.
if they go to a college or a technical school,
Hey,
go for it.
those technical schools are just as good as colleges, and you
Absolutely.
sometimes you make a lot more
Electricians,
money.
plumbers. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Hey, just briefly, real estate wise, Karen and I, of course, are real estate agents. She, of course, is a broker, and the owner of Palmore Real Estate. And we've got a great house coming on the market in
Getting
the next
ready.
couple of weeks.
Can't divulge the address
We
yet.
cannot, but it is a terrific house, and
It
you're
is
going to
a
love
terrific
it.
house.
It really is, and we'll be talking about that more maybe next week. We'll see.
Next week or the next, don't know. It
That
depends.
we'll see. Yes, we'll see. But it's a great home, and we hope you'll call one of the numbers here below us. We'll give you some information on it and tell you when it's going to be available for you. There are ways to get in touch with us if you'd like to get and be a part of our show. We wholeheartedly invite you to do that. It's so simple, folks. If you have Facebook, just go onto your Facebook, click on search bar up there, type in Powered Up and Plugged In. It takes you right to our Facebook group page. Invite people to join us. It's absolutely free. You have all the leadway you want to make announcements, things going on in our community. If you have a graduate and you want to congratulate him, put it on there. We don't care because this is your Facebook group page.
That's
and
right.
that's what our show is all about.
Yep.
Also, there's another way that you can get in touch with us,
Yep,
Karen.
they can always reach us via email at pluggedin2024@gmail.com.
That's exactly right. And as we get ready to leave you today, folks, Memorial Day, as we say, is coming up. Remember what Memorial Day is all about. It's about the men and women who gave their lives to keep our country great. And today, in today's atmosphere, it is so important to remember those sacrifices and what made this country so great. And you remember why our country is so great. And stand up for her. She is the last bastion of freedom
In the world.
world. And if
Once
we go
this
down,
is gone, it's gone.
it's gone. And so we need to fight for her. Have a great weekend.
Love
Be
you
safe.
guys.
Be safe, everybody. If you're looking for a church home or you're new to the area, we invite you to join us at Lighthouse Fellowship Church off of Boat Club in Roberts Road. And we would encourage you to join us because it's a lot of fun. It's a great church, great atmosphere, and you'll love the people. I
Yeah, we
guarantee.
love it there. So.
Until we see you next time, everybody, be safe. Be kind to one another because it doesn't cost you.
It's
anything.
free.
It's absolutely it's
It's
free.
free.
Yeah. Where did I say that before? I wonder the dog's not barking.
No, I think it's one of those
Yeah,
commercials
I know what it is.
for Medicare.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We love you. We'll talk
Love
to
y'all.
you in our next show. Take care.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.